Hey, what's up? My name's Samuel Leeds and I'm a property investor, and this week I'm going to be answering some of your property questions that you've got that have been niggling you, bugging you, and let's see what we got from last week. So, Property Investment with Dennis says, "Hey Samuel, I hope you're doing great." I am, man. I'm doing grand. He says, question, do you follow up agents when they say no to you? I believe that no today doesn't mean no forever. If you do follow up, what's your consistency? How many times a week or a month? And what do you say to them? Yeah, really good question. I haven't really got like a formula for this. I kind of just go off my gut feeling. If I speak to someone or if I speak to an agent and I think, oh, this person sounds promising, this person sounds good, I don't sort of write down, I'm going to diarise to call them in 3 months. I'm just kind of more, I guess the way I operate is I'm always phoning people, I'm always pushing, I'm not running out of leads. So I think you're probably, my guess is from a maybe professional or corporate background where you have like a list and you, maybe, which isn't a bad thing, it's just not the way I do it. If they say to me, no, go away, or no, we don't do that, or oh, how dare you put in that cheeky offer, and I just sense that they're very, then I don't call them back. I don't think, oh, they were in a bad mood that day, I'll call them back next week and see if they're feeling better. I'll just write them off. Of course, depending on who said it, it might not be the whole agency as a whole, it might be that particular person. If they say, here's the important thing, do they understand what you're looking for? If they do, see, if I say to them, I'm looking for some discounts, I'm looking for some motivated sellers where I'm prepared to get some really cheap properties, have you got anything in stock? And they say, yeah, we'll send you an email with some properties. Like, they said yes, technically, but they didn't understand. I'd rather them say, you know what? I get what you're looking for. You're looking for some motivated sellers. I understand that. Right now, we don't have anyone like that, but I fully understand where you're coming from. I'd rather that, and I'll be ringing them. For sure, I'll be ringing them back or giving me their details for them to call me. So it's more about people understanding what you want as an investor or as a property entrepreneur. It's the same as if I'm trying to do a rent to rent and someone says, we don't have any landlords that will consider corporate lets or that kind of agreement, but I get you, man. I understand what you're trying to do and it makes sense. For me, that's mega. If it makes sense to the agent, I'll be their best friend and I will be following up for sure. So I hope that helps. Keep making those calls, buddy. James Dean says, should I always aim for a high return on investment regardless of the area? Is high ROI a sign of a good deal? If not, what is? I don't live in the UK and apartment prices in our capital city are skyrocket high, whereas the rent income is very low, below 5% return on investment. I don't know where you're from, what country you're from, but what I would say is, if the ROI is bad, the deal's bad. That is it, end of story. And I think you already know that really. You just want me to say it. If your ROI is 5%, that's terrible. If the house is, or the apartments are high and the rent's low, that's the opposite of what my book's called. My book's called Buy Low, Rent High. You're telling me in your area, it will be buy high, rent low, which is going to give you a terrible ROI. There's two ways that you make profit when you buy a house. You make your money from the capital appreciation as the house goes up, and you make your money from the ongoing rent. Capital appreciation is brilliant, but it doesn't pay the bills. The ROI, the money that you're getting each month, is the most important thing. You want to put in as little as possible and get out on a monthly basis as much as possible. So the ROI is all I've been looking for. I don't care what country the house is in. I don't care if it's in England, if it's in Spain. All I care about is it's going to be giving me a good ROI. And it's passive. I've got a systemized power team looking after it. If those two things, then I'm good. Capital appreciation does not pay the bills. And you can't bank on it. You can predict it to a point. You can say, this area's bottomed out, it's going to now go up. But you've got to look at the ROI. So James Dean, stick to your instincts. Keep looking for ROI. High, baby, not low. We got Lil Pump. Lil Pump says, Samuel, knowing what you know now, if you had £100,000 to start investing in property, what would you do with it? Also very grateful for your content you put out. Thanks, man. I appreciate that little pump. If I had 100 grand and that was it, and I was starting out all over again, what would I do? I would probably buy a couple of houses that needed restoring, and then I would restore them, and then I would pull the money out, pull my money back out on the 2 houses, and then do it again and start building a portfolio that way. It's not the easiest, but because of my knowledge, it's probably the best way to pull your money back out. Knowing what I know now, though, I could just raise the money and go crazy. I'm pretty confident that I'd be able to raise a lot of money, help make a lot of people wealthy, become wealthy myself, starting out again. I asked Robert Kiyosaki actually the same question, and he said that it's kind of an irrelevant question because he wouldn't need the 100 grand in the first place because of his knowledge and his ability to be able to raise money. So I really can relate to that. So, but that's probably what I do. You know what? It depends on what your long-term goal is. If your goal is to build wealth, or is it to get out of a job? There's so many different reasons people get into property, but for me, if I had 100 grand and I was wanting to start all over again, I'd be wanting to build a portfolio. And I think the fastest way to build my own portfolio will be to buy, refurbish, refinance, repeat, and rent. What are your thoughts on Liverpool, Jamal says, for buying property? Cash, renting, refinancing, and carrying on. Same thing, man. Liverpool's good. Liverpool's really good. Liverpool's, I think sort of like L21 area is rising now, but Liverpool's one of the areas. It's funny, I think Liverpool's going to do really well. And the reason I say that is because everywhere follows London. And London crashed in 2008, then around about 2011, shot massively up. 2011 to 2016, those 5 years, many parts of London doubled in value. And then it dipped. And now it's not sure what to do. And Birmingham followed. Birmingham's now probably beginning to peak now. Birmingham's probably where London was in 2016. Manchester, a few years behind. Manchester's exploding right now. Has been in for the last few years. It's got a long way to go. Liverpool hasn't. Liverpool's still just sat there. But it's beginning to happen in some parts of Liverpool. So I predict it's going to go up. But again, trying to work out the capital appreciation, it doesn't pay the bills. You just got to look at the ROI. You got to look at what you're putting in, what you're getting out. So, yeah, I think Liverpool's good. I think that it's not so much about the area. It's more about the person, and it's more about. I mean, I could make money pretty much anywhere because I would adapt what I'm doing to fit with that market. So you can make money in Liverpool. You can lose money in Liverpool. You just got to have the skills. But I like it. I like Liverpool. What would you do yourself if you were young and broke and wanted to start from nothing? What would be your first steps? Salim, I pretty much did that and filmed it, so you can go ahead and watch it. Financial Freedom Challenge. Just Google Samuel Leeds Financial Freedom Challenge. I think the title is Millionaire Starts Again with Nothing. And what I did was I packaged some deals. I sold those deals, made some money. With that money, put it down as down payments for some rent-to-rents. And then I was financially free. I did it in 7 days, man. That's why I say the importance of knowledge. People think that you need money and then knowledge is helpful and network's helpful. No. Knowledge and network, environment is everything. The money, if I lost everything I have financially, I can honestly say I wouldn't be that bothered because I know I'd make it all back. Yeah, you win the lottery and you take the average lottery winner and in 5-10 years they're broke again. It really is not about the money. It's about the knowledge, the mindset, the environment, the support network. So I can't stress that enough. Florin Radu Marian Pop says, so if I stay, let's say in Romania, and I come to the UK to do a lease option agreement, what should I do, or can I even do that? By the way, I'm 18. I'm asking because the UK is still in the EU. Can I still go and stay there with just my passport? Okay, I can't speak for like whether you can come on what visa and all that because I don't really know. Can you do a lease option agreement here? Absolutely, you absolutely can. You can do a lease option with no money, no credit, bad credit, from Romania, like anyone can do a lease option, because all you're doing is you're not actually buying the house, you're agreeing to buy it down the line. So it's buy now, pay later. And to secure one of those, you can start making good cash flow, making good capital appreciation, living in Romania for sure. I've got a lot of students that are international doing that kind of thing. So hope that was helpful, guys. If you've got spin-off questions or if you've got unrelated questions, as long as it's kind of property related, comment below. And then next week on Sunday at 7 p.m, I'll be answering some of your questions as well. Thank you so much for the support. I hope that was helpful. And I just really appreciate you watching and engaging with the video. So I'll see you tomorrow as well. I'm doing a video every single day, 7 p.m. Be there or be square.